Hello, and once again, welcome to my channel, Diligent Meek. And today, I would be addressing the issue regarding how to execute a Python file with a Python 2.x version. Now, why I'm saying it as an issue is because I have Python 3.x versions installed in my system. That is 3.7 and 3.8. I do not have Python 2.7. So one of the solution could be, which is very obvious, I guess everyone would be knowing about this, go to a Python official authenticated website and download the particular Python version. Now, if I do not wish to do that, so what should I do? Okay, now I have Python 3.7 and Python 3.8, which is installed via Anaconda. So I do have Anaconda Navigator and Anaconda Prompter installed in my system. Okay, so now what I have to do is, first of all, let me show you my file. This is my Python file. Okay, now when I'm saying that I want to execute my Python file using Python 2.x version, the reason is because I'm using Python 2.x version syntax like this. This is your Python 2.x version syntax. You type print and then you just type in the value which you want to print out. Okay, and also in Python 2.x, instead of using input, we use raw input. These are some minute changes which which categorically differentiates between Python 2 and Python 3. So this is my Python file, right? And I want to execute this using a Python 2.x version. So what should I do? Now, as I told you that I have Anaconda Navigator installed in my system. So just open Anaconda Navigator. Now on the left-hand side pane, choose the environments tab. After you have chosen the environments tab, so this option comes. If you go to home, this comes. If you choose environment tab from the left-hand side pane, so this option comes. Now, when you choose the environment tab, go to the bottom and click on create. So this option basically enable us to create a virtual environment. Okay, now type in the desired name of your virtual environment. Now, if you have Python installed, so you can choose a specific version which you want to add it on to your virtual environment. Or if you have R, then you can just click on R and then choose from the drop-down list which version you want to add on to your virtual environment. Now, I have only Python installed in my system, not R, so I'm going to unselect R. Okay. Now, I have given a certain name to my virtual environment. So from the drop-down list, I can choose a particular version. For example, this 2.7. As I said that I want to execute my file using a 2.x version. So I have chosen 2.7 and then click on create. So this will create my virtual environment. Now, I do not need to go through this all over again because I have already created a virtual environment with the name Diligent Me. These are its packages with the Python version of 2.7. So half of my work is done here. So just minimize Anaconda Navigator and then open Anaconda Prompter through search bar. It is already listed here. Otherwise, if you do not find Anaconda Prompter here, so just type in Anaconda and it will show you from the list Anaconda Prompt, Anaconda Navigator, everything which is involving Anaconda, this will be shown here. And you can just, from this list, you can choose Anaconda Prompt and open it. Okay, you can open the Anaconda Prompt application. Now, by default, my base environment is activated. Okay, so if I wish to activate my virtual environment, so I need to type the syntax conda activate and then type in the name of your virtual environment, which is Diligent Me, and then press enter. Now my virtual environment is activated. Now go to the folder, the directory where your Python file is saved. Okay, so my Python file is basically saved in D drive in the folder Python version. And now you can type the name of your Python file, sample.py, and then press enter. Okay. Now let me show you one more thing. Just delete this line and then press and then save this file again. Now type the name sample.py. it will show me an error. Okay, now why this error is coming? The syntax error is basically suggesting me that to use print parentheses instead of print. So indirectly, it is trying to insinuate me that use the Python 3x version syntax instead of Python 2.x version syntax. Since I do not have a Python 2.7 version installed explicitly in my system, I have downloaded it through Anaconda into my virtual environment. So to avoid any kind of confusion, so my Anaconda prompter is trying to suggest me that do you mean print parentheses? Because in my Python file, I'm not using any parentheses in front of print statement. Okay. Now there are two solutions. One, you can either type Python. Now, since if I type Python and press enter, so this virtual environment of mine is running Python 2.7.18 version, okay, which I have shown you how I have downloaded through Anaconda Navigator. All right. So one of the solution is type Python and then type the name of your Python file and then press enter. So it will print out the desired result, which my Python file is designed to do. Okay. Now there is one more solution which I could do. Just open your Python file. Now here we are going to get ourselves enlightened with the concept of Shebank lines. Okay, Shebank lines are lines which starts with hash and it is followed up by an exclamation mark. Okay, so if ever in a Python file you see these lines which start with hash and then it is followed up by exclamation mark, so understand that it's a Shebank lines. Now what's the role of Shebank line here? Now just type hash exclamation mark and then forward slash and then type USR, that is user, acronym for user, then again forward slash, then bin, and then again forward slash, then type env, which is an acronym for environment, then give a space and then type Python. Okay, so this is your Shebank line. Now from file, save these changes, minimize your Python file again. Okay, now you do not even require to type Python. Okay, just type the name of a Python file, right? And then press enter. And so it's going to work just fine. Okay. So in this video, I have discussed how to create a virtual environment using Anaconda Navigator. Okay. And I have also discussed the concept of Shebank lines. So if you found my video informative and useful, so please do like and subscribe my channel and press the bell icon for more updates. Thank you.